paragraph 1.
Alright, for situation, we are in AI Orion, currently within AO Hercules. We are, we'll skip, terrain, no change, weather, no change, enemy forces. The enemy is operating in a 6 to 10 man fire team. The uniform is OCP bottoms, black fleece top, as you know. They have rifles comparable to American forces, and they have QRF access. The most probable course of action is the enemy will engage us upon contact and remain in position to fight. The most dangerous course of action is the enemy will engage us. They will then disengage and then counterattack with the QRF force. For friendly forces, no change. Mission of adjacent units, no change. It will not affect our operation. For units providing fire support, we have company mortars located at Horsebarn Hill, and no attachments or detachments. But I'll pass it back to head out.
Alright, paragraph 2, mission, prepare to copy. 1st Platoon, Alpha Company Cadets conduct an attack on objective Lion in the vicinity of grid 18 Tango Yankee Mike 29890-33698, no later than 02-15-15 February 25, in order to destroy enemy C2 nodes and gain operational advantage. I say again, 1st Platoon, Alpha Company Cadets conduct an attack on objective Lion vicinity of 18 Tango Yankee Mike 29890-33698, no later than 02-15-15 February 25, in order to destroy enemy C2 node and gain operational advantage. You should all have had that from the Warno, but if not, get it from each other. Alright, paragraph 3, purpose, no change. Key tasks: secure and occupy the ORP, conduct leaders reconnaissance of the objective, pinpoint the exact location of the objective, establish surveillance over the area, position in-place security support and assault elements, initiate direct fires and support with lift and shift fire tactics, establish a limit of advance for the operation, provide immediate medical treatment on the wounded, establish hasty defense on the objective. End state, enemy C2 node at objective Lion is destroyed, a hasty defense is established on the objective to secure the area, and no enemy counterattacks have successfully reestablished control of their C2 node. Friendly forces have established superiority in the area, ensuring operational advantage for follow-on missions. Concept, we will accomplish this mission by attacking and destroying enemy forces on the objective. Decisive is destruction of C2 nodes and a hasty defense. We are currently located in our patrol base, located at 18 Tango Yankee Mike 29487-33250. Our ground tactical plan will begin when we LD and move generally 460 meters at 50 degrees in platoon column team wedge traveling overwatch to the tentative ORP subway, where we will conduct our leaders reconnaissance on the objective approximately 160 meters away at 79 degrees before conducting the operation and establishing our hasty defense. All right, everyone quickly please move over to the micro terrain. All right, phase 1 Bud begins with the receipt of this order and ends upon the crossing of LD Bud when leaving the patrol base. Decisive to this phase is squad leaders conducting rehearsals as well as PCCs and PCIs. Phase 2 Miller begins upon the crossing of LD Bud and ends upon the establishment of ORP subway. Decisive to this phase is accurate land navigation by first squad. If we encounter an LDA, it will be crossed via the platoon SOP rehearsed earlier this week. If we are unable to follow our primary route, we will follow our alternate route along the fire break. All right, phase 3 Corona begins upon establishment of ORP subway and ends upon the return of leaders recon. We must successfully place the SNO team and the support by fire and assault positions to be recon. All right, going on the leaders recon from the ORP will be myself, all 4 squad leaders, an SNO team from Assault 1. At the ORP, we will issue a GOTWA before moving to the RP. From here, we will place our SNO element before reconning the support by fire element and the assault elements. We will issue the SNO team a 5-point GOTWA as well before returning to the ORP. Phase 3 Bravo Guinness begins upon the return of the leaders recon and ends upon the main effort reaching their LOA beyond the objective. So during this phase, once we return, we will pick up with Assault 1, Assault 2, and weapons and move to the RP. From there, the weapon squad leader will place his support by fire at the previously recon position, and then myself and Assault 1, Assault 2 will move to the assault positions. Security squad will remain at the ORP with the platoon sergeant. From there, we will open fire with indirect fire targets on the objective, as well as the support by fire gun teams opening up. Once this occurs, if there is an obstacle to be breached along the objective, Assault 1 will on order breach through the obstacle. At this point, Assault 2 will go and maneuver across the objective, clearing through the objective, ensuring all enemies are killed. Once Assault 2 crosses through the objective, they will call an LOA. If the gun team fails to initiate, I will initiate with my own weapon system. Phase 4 Modelo begins upon once the main effort has reached their LOA beyond the objective, ends upon the establishment of the hasty defense. So, once the main effort has reached the LOA, they will call EPW. Once all the bodies have been searched, we'll be consolidating all of our forces on the objective to begin the hasty defense. We will do this via red, white, and blue plan. When I call red over the radio and out loud, the security squad as well as PSG will pick up and come to the objective. They will establish security in an ORP manner along the near side to them. Once we call white, Assault 1 as well as the SNO team will pick up and fill in security on the other side, forming that football pattern like in an ORP. We call blue, the gun teams will come up. One team will be at one end, one team will be in the other. Once this has occurred, Assault 2, who is along the LOA, will pick up and fill in down the center, completing the ORP. Scheme of fires, I'll pass it off to Cadet Han quickly.
We will have 81mm mortar assets for the duration of the mission. We have one point target FS2 containing 3 high explosive rounds. The task is to destroy enemy on the objective in order to support the main effort.
Casevac casualties will be moved by in litter teams to CCPs and then to AXPs or HLZs respectively. Phase 1 is located at the patrol base. Phase 2 will be with the PSG and medic. Phase 3 will be at the ORP. Phase 4 will be on the objective. Task to subs. First squad is Assault 1, their third order of movement, and they're supporting effort 2. Their task is to fix the enemy and deny freedom of movement. On order, their task is to breach obstacles on the objective. Second squad is security, first in order of movement. Their task is to, on order, destroy an enemy counterattack on our hasty defense. Phase 3 weapons will be located with HQ and movement. Their task is to fix the enemy to enable the main effort to destroy. Fourth squad, Assault 2, is last in order of movement. They are the main effort. Their task is to destroy enemy on the objective in order to eliminate the C2 node and seize key terrain. Coordinating instructions. Timeline, we are going to SP from the patrol base at 14:15. I just want to emphasize the PIRs, location of enemy forces, composition of enemy forces, disposition of enemy forces, civilians co-located with enemy forces, enemy weapons caches, enemy mortar firing positions, enemy radio communication positions, enemy C2 nodes, and enemy intelligence. I'm now going to turn it over to PSG Willett for the sustainment paragraph.
All right, move over to the macro.
All right, we have 2 CCPs,
One at 18 Tango Yankee Mike 29448 33683. This will be used for the first 2 phases. We have another one at 18 Tango Yankee Mike 3366 2982. This will be used for phases 3 and 4. We have an HOZ located at 18 Tango Yankee Mike 28625 33162 and an AXP located at 18 Tango Yankee Mike 28960 33100. For maintenance, all soldiers will have weapon cleaning kits for their individual weapons. Transportation, for infill to exfil, it will be mounted. For the rest of the operation, it will be dismounted. Class of supply, for Class 1, all cadets will have 2 quarts of water on them at all duration of the operation. Class 3, none. Class 5, we have 38 M4 rifles with 5 mags each of 5.56, and we have 2 240s with 3 belts of 7.62. For Class 7, none. For Class 8, we have a Skedco located with one of the assault squads. Class 9, none. Field services, none. Personnel services support. For EPWs, they will be marked with engineering tape on the left leg, and live EPWs will be dealt with the 5 S's. I'll now pass it to the RTO.
Hey everybody, I'm Cadet Quinnell. I'm your RTO for this mission. My call sign is Husky 6. For command signal, everything's the same except for our pace plans. We're going to go by phase here. Phase 1, primary is whisper, alternates radio, contingencies yell, emergency is runner. Phase 2, primary is hand and arm, alternates radio, contingencies whisper, emergency is runner. Phase 3, primary is radio, alternates hand and arm, contingency is runner, emergency is yell. Phase 4, primary is verbal, alternate is radio, contingency is yell, emergency is runner. And then finally for initiation of fire, this one's important. Primary is radio, alternate is flashing lens, contingency is time hack, and emergency is a PL is going to fire on weapon systems. I repeat, The primary is radio, alternate is a flashing red lens, contingency is a time hack, and emergency is a PL's weapon. I'm gonna pass it back off to the PL.
Alright, that's all we got for you guys. Everyone go back, get on your assault packs, be ready to move in the next 5 minutes.